Around here.
Everyone else how lazy they are.
Yeah, I can tell I'm pretty gonna need it.
Yeah.
I'll turn it down too.
Yeah,
It's just gonna start.
Kind of fuzzy on the sides of
Ah.
it. Look like a werewolf.
It's not plugging in today. Let's see. Oh, there it goes finally. I walked away.
And it's comfy evening.
Anyone receiving anything?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay.
Coffee sounds good. Then again, I don't need it because I don't need the oven. Wait, I'm gonna be up anyway because I took a nap.
Hey, we're back. I think so. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? That stuff and this stuff. This is not regular water. This is pre-cooked coffee water. Basically hot water. I have instant coffee. That's your choice if you want anything. The other one? Nothing. Most of you will probably take nothing.
I did not give
If you,
Gladdy candy.
well, then you better be happy with me. Okay.
I only have candy.
Well, here we are back at Dime Adventures.
Okay, guys.
Everyone pulled out their
My
cards.
phone.
This is kind of a new layout, I know. I'm hoping this
There
will
we
kind of work for us. Gives you a little more space. Because with no one sitting here, I think this might work fine. For any game except for the fantasy game. So I can reach the table easier too. And well, the problem is I don't need that thing here, dice, in this game. So that's why that works easier. Otherwise there'll be a thing here. You'll get more space this way so you can lay out your piece of paper at least. What? What is it, Max?
Could you go grab that vest off the, that's the cloth vest, please?
I assume it's black?
Yes.
What other colors do we have?
It's on the white hook.
Leo says no. The costume one?
Yes.
Okay. Ah. Here. Get into character.
Yes.
And you,
Yeah.
we could have, because I remember I saw a special the other day. Especially if you ever wanted to like do a little makeup. On a couple of kids that were taken by the Indians, white girls, real early, and they grew up with them. The only thing you could see on them when they were cleaned up, because they would darken their skin so they would look like an Indian, to like basically the people treat them better. But they were basically slaves under the first tribe that took her. When she traded over to another tribe, she kind of traded up.
Mm-hmm.
And up like a son of marrying the son of the king or the chief because he didn't have any for her. And it brings in new blood. So it made it, that's the only way also though the tribes didn't interbreed. So it's bad, it's barbaric, but it had its side. It was better than
Royal
inbreeding.
flush.
But
Or aces.
they had
Royal
lines
flush
here.
beats you.
That was it. You look them up. And what it is it's a tattooing they actually had. And it kind of, though, it's weirdly enough, it reminded me of the scroll
Hey, Max.
in Thanos. You know. Remember those Indians I'm talking about, the two girls?
Yes.
Had that stripes on the face?
Yes.
Otherwise, they were white girls. They looked normal. Well, okay, that's where your word that, Kevin. It's not they look normal. They look Caucasian. I'm far from normal. It's sad to say, I'm Norwegian German.
Strictly Norwegian.
Strictly Norwegian, yeah. German. I thought, that sounds like Nazi to me. I mean, Norse Germans were there.
I ain't done yet.
Uh-oh. Now,
Oh boy.
Oh, your eye patch. In this game, we are in an alternate future, or no, past, an alternate world. You all took the right cards, because these ones, one of them has fake jokers, the other one doesn't have anything. So they're not really usable, unless we had to. Mine are in here,
There we go.
as well as all my cheat sheets and my crew, which is actually your crew. They're your friends, your allies, or some of you. Hopefully, the people you're trying to score on. No, I don't know what any of you guys have planned. I think most pirates were gay. I would see it was kind of like prison. And they landed home and they're like, oh.
As long as I don't go into the cabin and see my bunk mate with a bayonet up his butt.
Well, if he likes it.
You're the bunk mate, so.
I know. Hell no. They're gonna have a hell of a fight trying.
Who said anybody was doing it? You'd be volunteering to do it
Hell
yourself.
no. Never volunteer on that.
Okay, everyone have your cards.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yep.
have your character sheets.
Yup.
Everyone kind of sure what's going on. You're in your balloon. Not balloon as much as a dirigible. One of the highest technology from the USA. Not the CSA. The USA. USA. We use that in everyone's stuff. As you've been crossing most of the country, if you can look closer later on, you can actually see I put little drawings to kind of represent like the cliffs, Mothman, the giant rocks, the battlefield, the hole, like something had exploded, and the skid marks to an explosion. And then we are now at the Fire Palace, where someone has fired a harpoon into your guys' ship. And is now
Seriously.
cranking it in. First reaction from everyone. We will, well, since it's just all of you, we'll just go around the table. What do you do?
Like I said the last time, I want to try to get that thing out of there.
You go in there and try to get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also said I was going to send for the engineer to kind of help with it.
Okay. Go there and you roll perception.
Nope, not gonna work.
Kind of hits the eyelashes. Yeah. I can't wear them either. Unless I completely close my eyes and put some Vaseline on it.
11.
Do it that way. Not that night or
Vix.
not Vicks. Don't put Vicks on your eyes.
That'd be a bad thing.
And what'd you do?
11.
11. Oh God. I gotta cheat now.
Yeah, supposedly she's not.
Like open the book.
Glasses. So I can read.
That's why I said what I did.
Okay.
Buffer.
Are you on our Wi-Fi?
Yep.
What are you watching?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
show.
buffering on my end.
Okay. It doesn't like you.
You know, this would be good for me to do a Sky Pirate.
Yes. Maybe you should become one. You got the ship. Who knows what the
Sky
future will
pirate.
have for us?
I'm gonna buy me a ship when we get back.
Buy one of these?
Yep.
Don't know if you could.
I'll think I can.
Maybe after this, though, in the book you write on it, huh? Maybe. But right now, this is kind of even out of your payment. All these people that put together for it, it's a lot of money. That's why there's a lot of millionaires, a lot of companies, a lot of governments, it looks like. But right now, as you were just starting to enter the country, or province, it's actually called, of Fusang, you guys drove a little close to what you went to check out, a flaming palace. You went to check it. You made it a good enough roll, because I was checking here, it's above average. It's pretty easy to notice that it's designed that after it strikes, the tongs on the hook flare out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get it off there, and it looks metal,
Yeah, green tea.
looks like a good quality iron, you're probably going to have to chop out the whole wall. Now that's where you are. Okay. Now that you've decided yet, you can now think about it for a second. What are you doing, Max? Making tea. Go ahead, do it. That's all there is. Tea. I think there were 3 lemonades. I drank them. Mead. I regretted it one day.
I'm gonna help
Harpoon.
him get the harpoon out.
You ran to his room, which is basically their room. Okay, you saw the same kind of thing that he saw. The hook has, when it hit, it sprung out like an umbrella almost, and has hooked into the wall. Your best chance is to remove the wall. It's iron. Okay, you're looking at it going, what the fuck?
Well, if we remove it, I have something to patch it up with.
You thinking about that? Okay.
So I sent
How
the,
about you?
mechanic of the ship.
To River? Yes.
What are you doing?
The ship has suddenly stopped. It seems that a palace on top of a volcano has fired a harpoon into your guys' ship and is dragging it in.
I'm gonna go help remove the harpoon.
So you run to the same room. It's getting kind of full back there.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Okay. Where are you going somewhere?
Go
Or
talk
just
to-
step out of the room into
Go
the
talk
hallway?
to the captain.
Go talk to the captain? Okay. What are you doing, Garrett?
Kind of take a shot at the guy. I can see that if there's anybody you can see.
Yeah. You'll need to make and it'll have to be a critical because he's mostly covered. Roll on.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Guards, where are you?
You forgot?
Guards. A
My
defensive
final fantasy
16
character.
because he's basically behind cover. He's firing from a wall.
Why didn't you even go after my off of?
Well, that goes off. Check the weapon. I should try cards.
I like something stabbing my eye. Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, rifle over here.
Yeah. What's it say next to it?
6.
Okay, you have a 6 with it. When you fire, you'll do a 6 plus whatever cards you draw, or you put them out. Your goal is 16 because he's behind the fence or behind a wall, and behind the guard that's built around the front of it.
16.
16?
I read when you got up.
Okay, and check the
I read
damage.
when you got up. How do you go to the food bank this
Oh,
morning?
my
Oh,
right.
that's right.
And I set my
Yeah.
alarm for 9. I got up at 7.
Spade is 14.
A little bit
14?
after I got
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rain on some sleep.
He goes down. Another guy comes running up to take his place.
Well,
So yeah, you could fire again next round.
Should have been good.
Okay. After you
Shoot 'em where
fire,
it counts.
you
Make
get
a statement.
upstairs. You open the door in time to hear the captain say, "Everyone, please stand down. I'm sure this is a misunderstanding."
Really?
You can. She turns around, make a charisma roll. Or pull, or draw. Highest to best.
Queen is plus
2.
6. 16.
16. Okay. Well, you're kind of impressed her. She kind of looks at you and says, come here. And she's looking out her window. And she sees two things, and she points them out to you, running around top of the building that are moving. They have wings. And then she points down at another floor on the fortress, and there's another one of those harpoon guns getting mad. They don't even know who we are. But, I don't know, I think we could do better on land than we could up here in the air. If he takes us down now, we fall. Let's at least get pulled in. And then we reduce the damage to the vehicle.
Then let's land.
Find out what's going on. But personally, if she's walking right out to the rail, personally, I'm going to demand they fix it.
I agree.
This is international, peaceful trip across the ocean and everything, and it was agreed on already by the Fusang people of New Hong Kong. So, what do you guys do once you hear the announcement?
I was just standing there waiting for somebody, so I'll just go out front and just sit there.
Okay.
I reload my.
You reload.
You're not.
No,
I already fired once.
He's reloading it. He's getting ready. He's a soldier. I'm gonna shoot someone.
I already did.
Can we send two people to Garrett and Dr. Nick's room to stop Garrett from firing again?
What?
We already fired once on him.
Oh yeah, I heard the gunfire. That's why I made the announcement.
He's not gonna stop.
Well, if he doesn't, we'll turn him over to the authorities there and leave him behind and go on without him.
Message gets sent up to you. Can we just throw him over the edge?
First, I'll shoot everybody else. Oh.
But the announcement,
Joking.
they'll try to explain it away.
Well,
Oh, he's like he's an old soldier. I have a record on him, and they really didn't. He didn't take orders well in Africa, anyways.
how can you shoot somebody when you're dead asleep being thrown over the edge?
And then as you throw him off the edge,
with a knife, you could get sliced.
okay, as you go flying, as you go throwing him off the edge, and then suddenly you realize he's tied to you.
No,
would
what
suck.
we'll do is we'll tie him up, hang him off the ship by his feet, and when he wakes up,
Oh, cool predator
Okay,
stuff.
so you guys will just stand there and wait.
yep.
This is okay. Make a perception roll.
13.
Okay, good enough. You notice at first the reason she was even around late is she was apparently picking up some coins off the floor after they got hit and they were knocked off her desk. She's picking them up, putting them back in a velvet case, and closing it while talking to everyone. Do the announcement through the tubes. Hello! Makes you sound haunted. No, the way she sometimes calls you guys. Ooh, middle of the night though. Okay, they pull it in. Everyone make a dex roll. Or pull, sorry, a dex pull. Your number is 12.
15.
Okay? Because there's a sudden whoosh as it hits the
14.
14.
Okay, you're all fine. You don't get knocked off your feet as you get pulled in and land on the thing. It doesn't really look like there's a landing spot here planned for you. It's not like a little port area or anything like that. It's where they just pulled you guys in. Also including that roll is for you guys. Well, first of all, as you land, there are 4 men. They come from inside the palace. They look like, I don't know, monks. They're all wearing red geese. Looking at you guys. All like standing oppressively. Like they're guards. And then one guy, a taller guy, Chinese, just like all these other guys, or at least it's their heritage. Fuseng is a province of China. He comes forward and starts talking. But unless anyone has Chinese Mandarin or any version of it, y'all look. Captain looked at you guys too.
All I've got is English and Serbian.
English and German.
Well, Trent says, looks at you guys. Captain turns around and says, well, one of our crew is Chinese, but we don't have the whole crew out here. So we
Go
can find
get the
it.
one.
And then you hear at that the guy from behind her says, oh, you're an American. Now that's the last time I tried any accent. I don't do them. Basically telling you, welcome to the Fire Palace. We believed you to be from China. We've been expecting them at any time to reclaim the province, but you are obviously not. This is quite the amazing vehicle you have. I mean, that's also, we weren't sure if it was that or one of the fancy lights we see occasionally.
Fancy lights.
Flying over the mountains, over the Rockies here. Now, I will take you to the first firebomb.
Can we do something about what you guys do to our ship?
That would be at his saying to do or not. We all follow him. And you guys are taken back. Who wants to follow? You're kind of seen as the investors party. See, he's the investor.
I'll go.
And you guys are a group of his group, more than you are a crew of this ship. So, the captain will invite the investor with her, of course. That'd be Max. Max, do you bring the others or not?
Yep.
Okay, she's gotten used to that. You make a perception check.
7.
Okay, the captain elbows you.
Of our ship or?
Yeah, just smack. And you didn't get the rest of the message because you only rolled a 7, or only pulled a 7. She wants you to look somewhere.
Awareness? I got an awareness.
As a skill? Yeah, roll on it.
What do I need?
A number. A number above. Well, since you have a skill, we'll put it at 14. If you can get a 12, you'll get some information. They're trying not to.
Crap.
Don't crap.
4 short.
4 short?
Yeah.
You just,
4 is short and you didn't get shit.
no. You think she didn't like you. She's mad at you about something. You're like, what? Seriously, what? What's up with everyone?
I have to increase that a couple.
First you got the lady talking to you. She comes down and brings you chicken noodle soup every time. What the fuck's going on with that? Okay.
Yeah, I need to increase that.
Oh, no, let's go to the other side. I was looking at it backwards. Okay.
To 7.
Oh,
How much
man.
XP do you have?
Got 4.
Could have spent it before we started.
Well, I didn't think the awareness. I would have to use that every half the time.
Your what? Awareness?
Yeah. Well, it's got a 1 in it. That's why I've never really decided to use it till now.
Well, you are on an exploration.
I can bring it up to 3 at the end of this.
Okay. 3 pillars on each side. There's actually a stream of magma going through it. There's a bridge that goes over it to a set of doors. I'll give you this area's description.
Is she signing it?
ECD. Okay. Well, you come out, take you to a hallway. Which goes down a bit. Actually, not that far. And then kind of has a area where it splits, which you take this side, and it heads to a big old round room. Doors and doors. Okay. They knock at the door. Wait a little bit. Finally, it is opened up. You are taken into the oratory. There's a southern and northern doors to the room are closed. There's doors, I forgot to put them. Where they knock, of course. A semicircular bench faces toward the podium to the west. Set a double doors to the jar leading to other areas. In here there are a total of 2, 4, 6 monks are in here doing their practices. Everyone make a detection check. Higher the better. Or if you have martial arts, I'll give you an advantage.
Detection, you mean intelligence?
Yes, or perception.
Yeah, I got martial arts.
Okay, we'll give you a +2 on your number.
14.
Off of our what?
What's your martial arts skill?
This is martial arts. C stage 162.
Okay, let's do it that way. God damn it. I'll give you a +2, like I said. So we'll go off your perception. +2 for you.
Perception 5, and what do you need that?
Higher the better. It's to see something about their practice, about what they do. You got a 14? What anyone else get?
11.
Okay.
I got a 10.
What'd you get? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. You notice, with you, it seemed like one of them was like they had their hand on fire for a second.
That's hot.
There you go. That's how hot
That's
that is.
real hot.
Okay. And then they take you to the room. believe it's the small one up here. Yep. Which is kind of a chapel area. Stone altar rests in the middle of the small circular room. Surrounded by the altar are 4 unlit cauldrons. Inscribed in the altar's surface are the words, well, it says it, so you guys, I guess, can read it. The light of the flame brings ash and growth.
The life of the wife is ended by the knife.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, and this gentleman comes forward.
One more time, and I swear I'm going to throw you across the room.
Says, I am Golfing, the first fire monk. You found our retreat. We didn't hear about you guys coming because we're not tied to the government or anything. This is more of a private monastery. We obviously had made a mistake about your identity and opened fire on you. We had no way to communicate. So I'm having my men from the forge come forward and repair it for you. It'll probably be 24 hours, but we should have you on your way. If you wish to walk around, see what's going on. Why is it that you're doing? Where do you have a goal and where you're going?
Around the world.
I see. Well, I'd be careful when traveling over to China. They're getting rather violent lately. That's one of the reasons we moved out so far. There might be a chance they end up with the entire province, unless they're stopped. We won't let it happen, though. We were hoping you were a messenger sent in from China, trying to get around the backside. So we've already got guards from the front. Others do.
What are the winged creatures up above, up on the roof?
Very astute of you. They're gargoyles. They seem to have answered to my call as I've gone forward in serving the fire elemental that we have in the forge. We've had some success of working with it, trying to advance our own knowledge, but your ship seemed quite amazing. So, would you guys like something to eat?
Sure.
Okay, well then, looks the guy says, take them to where they need to go. I will wish to see the damage that was done. And sure, it matches properly. Was there anything of extreme importance in the area? I mean, did we damage anything in the process? Any, like, personal property?
It was your guys' room.
It didn't hit anything of mine.
Not mine.
Pretty much empty. Knocked over my cocaine. I had 12 pounds.
That's
It'd still
all
be
right.
there, sir. Oh.
You're carrying 12 pounds.
That's a nice big old bag on my head.
No, it's his laudanum.
That's on my butt cheeks.
Just spread on there. So,
I mix it with the cocaine and turn it into a nice paste.
basically,
Oh,
you guys
God.
can walk around and look at the place.
So wrong.
The locations are, you've already seen the chapel. Oh, after this whole thing, you guys meet while you're eating with the captain. She says, well, for one thing, I think I'd like to talk to this fire monk. See if he's got his own coinage or not. Well, Fusang, I've heard, has square coins. They look like dog tags, almost like. But that's like their money comes in chips like that instead. And well, honestly, I find that's part of the reason I travel so much. But on the other side, that might be just our excuse to be able to speak with him. Did you see the sparks around the guy's hands, anyone?
Yes, I did.
You notice they all had tattoos of like a flaming fire on the back of their hands.
Really?
Yes. So, I guess we can kind of look around. Or do we want to just all retreat back and wait on the ship?
Let's look around.
Okay. So, did you guys want to break off into certain groups or anything, or just go off individually?
Well,
No! Nick, you're going with him.
So we have Nick
I'll lose you.
with Garrett. And then we have Max alone or with someone? Max. Two Rivers? I'll go with the only girl.
All of a sudden he tries to lose me, but before he does, he all of a sudden can't move his leg because it's numb.
Okay. Basically we have, make it easy, because as you walk around, the whole place is like honeycombed into this mountain.
Mm.
It seems kind of odd how warm this place is. Now,
If it's in the side of a mountain, it wouldn't be odd. Especially an active volcano.
there shouldn't be so much of a volcano out here. You're not far enough north. But it is possible. We don't know the area very well. We don't know what they've been doing.
Yeah, true.
Anyone catch his little mention of a elemental?
Yeah, I caught that.
I mean, he has gargoyles.
I did catch that.
Yeah. Well, we have the oratory, the chapel, the domicile, the forge, the workshop, and then Golfang's quarters himself. Then there's an area, oddly enough, just called the portal.
Really?
Yes. Let's write this down. Oratory, chapel, domicile. Basically, depending on the information you get, depends on how well you do when you're checking it out. This would be very similar to her game later on. So we're dividing off into groups of two. And also there's like this weird hallway that like circles around through most of them. Kind of like they're ding, 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 ding. And then there's hallway that goes around by them all. And, this is basically you guys are spending the day kind of looking around. You guys will get a chance to meet. First of all, you're taken to your quarters, where you may rest. Where you're taken would be probably, let's see here. Is there space in the domicile? We'll just put you with everyone else. No, I don't share. Unless you guys don't want to sleep anywhere else. You're like, I have a bedroom. It has a harpoon in it. People will be walking around me all day. Okay, you're taken to a room that serves as the living quarters for the members of the order. Basically, it's a monastery, like monks, except for like martial arts monks. Although they do have a lot of monastic work to do. The eastern wall is stacked with bunks, while the western wall hosts a simple kitchenette. 3 tables surround a fire pit in the center of the room, besides which are 2 barrels containing food preservatives. 6 of these monks you've seen are resting in bunks in this room. They kind of like trade off in groups. There are like boxes, lock boxes for all of them. That is how that room looks to you guys when you get there. It's just kind of like take a bunk. If someone else comes back from their shift and you're in it, they'll sleep in a different one. You know, all their private belongings are in the box, which have looks like pretty stout locks on them.
I'm good on sleep for now.
Now, certain matters. Before you guys all wandered off, I guess I should cover it. That she's talking about is if we were to up and try to leave, we have 2 gargoyles that I saw coming in, and then we have 2 guns. The harpoon guns.
Mm.
Those have to be destroyed, or they can just simply bring us back, or worse yet, destroy our vehicle and we fall down this mountain. No matter how tough you are, when you hit the ground, it'll feel the same as the guy who's dying of cancer.
Well, from the
Or
sounds of it, they're
tuberculosis.
willing to let us go at the end of our time.
Yes. I'm going to add one more item on here between all these, since you guys checked out the domicile. I will allow everyone that's in the domicile right now to make a perception check. Your minimum right now, because everything's kind of hidden, is 14.
You got.
Yeah.
Redo it.
Yep. Take your 5
15.
Moxie cards.
Got it. Remember
plus the
that.
Joker, put it in here.
Perception.
I just need
Yep.
some.
6.
7.
Okay.
You got 11. You got
15?
13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 15.
Okay. You find sitting like on the bed, on the, you know, in your bunk, like underneath the pillowcase, is a silver tipped dagger with a ruby inlaid into the hilt.
So they sleep with knives under their pillows. Or is it just the one?
Well, this is, you start checking other people's?
Check the one above mine.
No.
Just this one then.
Yes, and it says, Ash, no, follow the faith of the father of Ash and Cinder.
Could be referring to the elemental.
Possibly. It looks very fiery in its design. This whole place does. Ground's very well heated, at least. You know, it's nice to walk on. Makes your tootsies real warm.
I'm really starting to debate here. Screw it. Scrying one for my master detective.
Okay. Draw again then.
What do I need?
Just a random number.
9.
You found a withered piece of parchment as you're digging through everything, kind of like trying to look like, you know, nothing to it, to explain why this is here. Somewhere else, a withered piece of parchment upon which is written the password to the monastery. The monastery's password, it says.
What's the password?
Ig, I-N-G, N-A-T-I-U-S.
Ignatius.
Yes. That means fire, basically. No, it's not the game.
I like how that's where you first originally stopped was Ig.
Yeah.
It's Ignis! Ignis!
Yep, see? It's Ignatius. That's what you found in the room.
Okay.
Now, from this point, you guys can have, like, until dinner time, and search one area. I've added one area to it, though. She wouldn't mind if someone took a chance and swung by the ship. See what they're doing and check with the crew. I'll be busy. I end up having to talk a lot with people in charge. You dirty old man. He does look about 7 foot tall, though. He's a huge man. Some just call him the giant.
He has a giant one.
Okay, guys, choose your locations. Your locations are the oratory, the chapel, the forge, the workshop, the trapped hall, the quarters, which is like his personal quarters, portal room, or go back to the ship.
I'm gonna go back to the ship.
Okay. Oh, where are you going? Anyone else? Well, we'll go with you since you already answered. You go. Where are you going? You want to hear him again?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, tell them. No. Oratory. Chapel. You're in the down south. You don't have to check that out. Forge. The workshop. Thing called, it's a trap hall. It's a hall that matches everything. You know, ties it all together. So it's called the trap hall. The quarters, which is like his private quarters. The portal room, or go back to the ship. Max went back to the ship. Afterwards, you guys will head back and have dinner.
I'll go
So
to the
this is-
chapel.
Chapel?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Garrett?
I'm gonna go check out the forge.
Okay. And Nick?
What was the top one?
The oratory.
I'll head there.
Okay. Well then, we'll go in order here. It's easiest then. Oratory! You just want to be first. Come on, man.
You okay?
Did you bump your toe or are you having standing
I think
issues?
she just threw up.
Okay. You can wait until your turn to come back. If you need. No hurry. At all. Because besides that, Nick went to check out the oratory. Okay. When you get there, it looks a little different because now, say another group of monks
Uh-huh.
is sitting there, working on scripting, studying scripture, pulling out scrolls from the wall. Some they're copying, others are being written.
Oh.
I'll first look at you. Now, every room you enter has like 2 guards at the door.
Always.
Yeah.
I don't want to get somebody getting too nosy.
Well, part of the issue is they are worried, supposedly, they're in a status of waiting for like to be invaded at any time now. Okay. They're sitting there. So go ahead and do a intelligence check. See how much you can find out about it.
Somewhere.
Look back there. You're right back there? Okay. She's on the bed, probably. It's far down there.
Yeah. Well, I just
Okay.
wanted to hear. Want to make sure.
Alright.
What'd you roll?
Running the master detective again.
What? How many times can you choose that? Go ahead.
I guess it's whatever I want, I guess. It doesn't say.
So you run out of moxie.
Probably.
Okay. This apparently, and it's kind of written on the wall, is the story of the man you talked to earlier, Golfang, first fire monk. And it looks like they're showing people like having fire powers. It was always a son of outcasts within his clan. But when he found a gate to the elemental plane of fire and announced his faith in the father of ash and cinder, the silent looks of disappointment became violent proclamations of banishment. He was kicked out of the order, and he decided to go to this mountain. There he met with others of like mind, and established the monastery of the fire monks, where he teaches his secrets. Well, also they experiment with the portal, they call it, of fire. Try to find how they can best use its gifts. Talk about how dangerous they are, of course.
Of course.
That's what you found out.
Anything secretive in there at all?
No, man, you got a lot of information.
Just checking.
Just saw that on the wall. No. Nothing more you would have gotten. No, yours. Chapel, 2 Rivers.
Yes.
Stone altar rests in the middle of a small circular room. Surrounded by an altar are 4 unlit. Well, this time of night, later on, they end up being lit. Torches, or how he was. Braziers. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Inscribed on the altar's surface are the words, "The light of the flame brings ash and growth." In this room are a couple monks who, as you step forward towards, or do you step in, you see them doing this. So that, and they're praying down on the ground. There's 2 guys by the door, 2 guards. Did you enter the room, or?
Yeah.
Okay. The 2 guards kind of step forward and gently grab you by the shoulder. And they point at the circle that's being lit by the fire from the thing, from the burning torches.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of melting down and then like making this ring around them. And they're praying something in some language you don't know. So that's what's going on in that room.
Okay.
They're serving some kind of purpose, swearing and working for prayers. Sounds like. So, draw out number. What'd you get? Face card?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay. One of the guys drops dead. Just drops on the ground. 2 monks.
Okay.
No one in the room shocked at all.
This is like a daily ritual for them, it seems.
What are you killing? What killed him?
His prayer.
Prayer?
Yeah.
Meaning sacrifice,
He's trapped
probably.
over, dropped.
I'm assuming it's sacrifice.
Do you say something to him, or you just sit here and let yourself run through your head? Talking into it. I can talk different languages too.
I'm just shocked at what I just witnessed.
He's just like, why not?
Yeah, exactly. I'm shocked at what just happened.
Now, if you wait long enough, once the fire goes down, the one goes about his business. The 2 guards come over and pick the guy up. They kind of give him some reverence, and then take him out to dispose of him.
Okay.
And it sounds like it went well.
Either?
I'm just going to let them be and just
Okay.
leave.
Need some more?
Head back to where you're gonna meet for dinner.
Yes.
Would you like me to get you anything, dear? Okay. Garrett. Went to the forge. A cavernous room is dominated by a towering forge that occupies its eastern end. The face of the volcano forms a natural wall along the east side. Just under where the ceiling meets the wall, molten lava can be seen pouring from a large fissure directly into the forge below. In front of the forge stands a large anvil, 10 feet long, 3 feet wide. 3 monks are sitting there. They're wearing no shirts. They're actually wearing very little. They almost look naked. They're wearing those diaper type things to keep themselves from burning themselves. They're pouring metal and listening to. There are 2 guys in the room. One seems to be the one that's telling him what to do. And the other one sits back and he's like chanting something while they do it.
Okay. What are they making?
Let's see here. For what you see right now, they are making looks like blades, and samurai style blades. Now, draw a card plus your perception.
$11.
11. Well, what you find out is okay. Also inside this room, you find a slack tub, as well as the iron table, upon which are various smithing tools, as well as a small pile of cut and polished rubies. There are 2 guards at the forge.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, yeah.
I'm not stealing anything. I'm just
You
saying.
can't touch them?
Nope.
You want to touch them?
No.
I eat them.
No. You might have a upset stomach after that one.
Okay.
Grinder.
So, and then you find that out. Max, sad to say. You gonna be alright? We can take a break for a little bit and come back.
If we take a break, I'm tapping out because I'm about to have one of my fucking major migraines.
Well then, do you need to tap out?
What do you want me to do?
Well, I don't want you to be in pain. Can we do anything to help you? How about a pen hit? Well, we're going to take your tip, your CBD tip.
So,
Is it in the black drawers?
it's on top.
Oh. Well, see now, I would never have found it. Probably why it happened that way. Well, Max, go ahead and do a random roll, a random pull.
Good
Makes
push.
it easier than adding up numbers. 9. Okay. Hand this down. Hit it light. It's really high. Check the heat. Mine have been like this one company. If you don't hit them high, you don't feel them. Yes, go ahead.
Crackhead.
I mean, that was very popular of you. Isn't it fun? We're sharing drugs.
Legal.
Yes, it's vape. It's CBD vape. And sometimes it bugs her with her migraines. Sometimes it helps.
That hurt.
Let's hope a wave of euphoria comes up to us. Or is
Oh,
that
that
just
hurt.
me? Shoved all the blood to your forehead, didn't it? She's got just straight up CDVs. So. Okay. Uh-oh. Max,
What?
you got a 9.
If I drink some water, he'll be wearing it.
Jack. 7.
She'll cough just right and it'll go everywhere.
That's below your
It will
number.
go this way.
Not 9. So
Yeah, reflexes. Yeah.
you get to the boat
Even having a
or
room.
the ship.
That way I do. If I fall.
They've kind of like clamped it down with some C clamps.
Someone's vibrator is going off down the road.
The big one, man. It's got chain start.
It's Mount Olympus. It's rigged with vibrations.
It's called the River Styx.
The river Styx! 3 times the size of Mount Olympus.
Fire runs down it.
And the sad part is you need a lawnmower engine to start this thing.
Well, there was a solar version, but then it leaves you like screwed to midnight. Or unscrewed. Okay. You notice when you get there, where do you go when you first get there? Not there. That's a bad place. Uh-oh. Max falls off the edge of the ship. He opens the gate, just whoop! Yeet! Goes sleeping off. Everyone's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
we're going to take blame for that somehow.
Captain comes walking out with Mount Olympus. Yeet! Run!
And once again, Dr. Nick wonders, how the fuck do things keep ending up tied to me? What? Right. Okay.
I'm gonna go check on the progress of their.
They're doing good. They're doing some fine quality work. They're like trying to match molding and everything. If anything, that wall is going to be a little stronger because it looks like they're more used to working with metal than wood.
Oh, God.
But they do understand they have to keep it light. So they're thinking about layering it. Because, it's an airship. Weight matters. And they have to keep it so it's even. So, like, they have someone running back and forth to the other side of the ship, making sure that it doesn't get, like, off balance.
This is the USS shit. We're coming in for a landing.
You good?
But you notice one other thing.
Stronger than she expected.
I think it's working.
You notice one other thing. Okay, you got in there, you looked around. When you came out of the room, there's someone in your room.
Excuse me?
Yeah, he's sitting there with a board and he's like writing down stuff on it.
What are you doing?
Well, just. And he only speaks Chinese.
I take the board.
Okay, it looks like he's writing down like measurements and stuff about the room.
They want to reconstruct it themselves.
Make their own design.
That kind of sounded demonic there.
He looks at the room, looks at this chart, and he's like, Leonard. He's like in the corner, all scared. Just some old, monastery-looking man who's just doing his work.
No more peyote for you.
That's what you see. Then you all will meet back for dinner. What do you guys... Oh! Hold on. Who did
Oh my god, quit coughing!
B? Oh. It was you.
Was who?
It was Two River. Two River. When you look out, when you went to check out the chapel, when you're walking around, you notice that they're almost, you call it a porch area that goes out so you
It's
can
working
see
for you, huh?
the grandness of
It's
all
been a
their
while.
works and everything, right?
I can tell.
In the center of it is the other harpoon gun. There's 2 of them on this ship, or on this place. So they needed to know where they are, and they're probably going to need to find a way to destroy them if they end up having to make a run for it. Otherwise, you're just going to get sucked back in. But they didn't know where the other one is. So you found out where the second,
Try some of my candy corn.
the second
Go
gun
right
was.
ahead.
that gun out of her bag before she could look.
It's okay.
I was like,
I heard it wrestling, so I'm like,
no, it was just Shh, I'm stoned.
Just fair warning, if you eat that cookie whole,
I don't eat whole special cookies.
Where's my cookie?
I will be talking to Dell about because he's going to see his family next week.
Where's mine?
Oh, we'll see if they can get you guys one. Mind you, they're this big. And Dell will eat a whole one, and he will literally sleep for about 2-3 days.
wow.
So I might feel it.
I just want a piece.
Like your delicious brownies. Okay, see y'all meet. You may discuss any issues or situations.
Where's the cookies?
The dollar store.
I tell them what I found about the tapestry.
No, you're all meeting in one room, having dinner. Do you not eat dinner? Do you stay on the ship and eat the Campbell's soup?
No! No.
You're like, look, when we get to shore, we don't have to eat Campbell's soup. We have wonton Campbell's soup. What the hell? Damn you, Campbell's! Actually, it's spelled with a K in this game.
Still, that would suck.
Yeah, they're living on. Well, you know, back when they used to be able to convince people that like eating this soup every day, you'll live longer.
You know,
They used to
someone
get
else
rich
is gonna
people
hit that bin.
to eat a teaspoon of Vaseline every day. Yeah, that's about. They said the guy lived to almost 100 years old.
That was a nice imitation, but I actually went and did that.
So,
Yes, I could hear it.
you guys, okay, so you tell them what?
I tell them what I found
What'd you find?
about the fire entity and the first person as the fire. What did we call it? What was he called?
Elemental.
No, not the elemental. What he was.
Oh, he was a fire monk.
Yeah, the first fire monk, I think, is what he was.
Yeah. Hate to say it, but when it comes down to it, he claims that he can do firebending.
What is this? Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, the guy just fire powers.
What is this?
Who's this guy? Zuko?
Who knows?
Nah, Zuko's a lot meaner. This guy would have roasted us the moment we landed.
Oh, so it's his father.
Oh,
Nah.
I did too much opium.
You didn't do enough.
Hey, give me some of that laudanum.
Drink.
Think it's addicted, and then ends up being a really weird trip when you get home.
So it's his sister, Azula.
So,
Those two are still pretty psycho. I think this
You
guy
guys-
might be a little bit of Iroh.
well, what are you gonna do that night for sure? Who's gonna sleep on the ship, and who's gonna sleep on land?
I'll stay on
Max
land.
wants to go to his ship. Is that Two Rivers going or not?
I'm going to the ship.
Okay. How about you, Garrett? Ship?
They're
Or
repairing
land.
my room, so
Yes.
I guess.
So you two are sleeping on it.
Yeah.
In
They
the
don't want to go
domicile.
to the shit.
They're on the domicile, the general area where all the rest would live. You're living as monks.
Do that.
They don't want to go to the shit like we're
Nick
going.
and Garrett.
Cookie?
Yes.
Okay.
Cookie.
So, first of all, the decision is now we've decided who's sleeping that night. Now, there is a lot of noise on the ship. So, first of all, we're going to roll for... What's a good stat for this?
I said one, not who.
Endurance 11 is your target number. So take your endurance plus your card. 11's the target number. This is to catch. This is mostly for those on the ship.
14.
Okay, you're able to sleep.
Oh, one of those on the ship.
Yes.
For what?
No, the ones on the mostly for the ones on the ship.
Yeah.
Not for what?
Nothing.
You're not on the ship.
You're on land. You're sleeping on land. Are you like not used to it anymore? Then you can roll for an endurance roll. Your target number is 11. You made it.
13.
She made it. Amongst all the noise on the ship, and occasionally someone looking into the room,
Go away!
trying to measure stuff. And
I already
talking
got my cookies.
a lot of Chinese.
This big.
But you're getting the idea overnight that they're walking all over this ship. They claim, someone will finally explain to you that it has to do with keeping the ship balanced for air flight.
Fucking liars.
You're a fucking liar. Now those two
They're
of you,
fucking high.
That's you.
the two of you that are still on
Then speech.
the land, you two,
Go.
what do you do with your time? Do you sleep tonight? First time you slept on
I have a feeling I'm gonna
the solid
sleep
land
in
for a
it.
while, or do you start?
Starting to try.
Do you want to go search around the place?
Walk around a little bit.
What places you want to go? There's still 4 places that haven't been touched.
What's next? What's next on the list?
Oh, do you have a list now?
On yours.
Well, you can't see my list. Oh my god.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Just what's on the way down.
I'd like to look. What's on my list?
I might just go
Workshop, trapped hall, quarters, and a portal space.
I work at the check
I
out
was
the
gonna.
workshop.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna check, but I'll take the one right after him.
Okay, so that would be Garrett's gonna go to workshop.
No, I think she's
And
distracted
Nick?
by TikTok.
Is gonna go look down that trapped hall where everything seems to be connecting, and it all comes back to this hall. It's almost like the spiral staircase of a like firehouse. It's pretty important. So, going. Oh, you quit making music. You suck. I remembered this time. Let's see if I can fix it before
No.
it ignores me.
I wonder.
No.
Yes.
Would you not do that?
Had to. It was right there.
You're an ass!
Yes, I have one. Thank you.
That was not nice.
You douche canoe.
That was
Captain
not nice.
Douche Canoe.
That was so not nice
So,
of you.
I will wait
Weenie.
for a little bit before I do this. I should wait till my break. Since my character's done. Okay, what time do we got?
8:26.
We're doing good. What we have is Garrett heads over late at night to check out the workshop. Now there is a chance that it could be
It looks
closed.
special. And
Great.
Okay. What you find is the doors are locked.
Huh?
They're closed. Do you knock? Try to get attention? Or?
Sure.
Okay. Draw a card. It's kind of a luck thing.
your squishy be coffee.
Okay, face card. Then I guess we'll have to say someone answers it. And remember the mystic you saw before
Yeah.
in the forge room? Well, this is his room. He looks at you.
How do I
says,
just roll these up?
how can I help you? He does speak pretty good English.
Don't
Just
know.
curious
That's on
what
you.
you guys are working on.
Well, we try to mostly find the best ways to keep to the spirit
some
of
Cookies?
our beliefs and find a way to get this abundance of fire-related energy in this area to best help our growth.
That's what I'm sure to do.
Okay.
That's what I gotta do at break.
Yeah.
Video. That's you.
Says we take samples here and there of the elemental and try to see how to best do things.
I just did.
Occasionally letting open the portal so we can
I'm
find
not
out.
doing it again.
But it seems like it could be dangerous. So I need my sleep at night. So he seems like you've been kind of cut off, but he also is like stayed in the way of the doors, so you couldn't get in.
So I couldn't see anything.
Perception.
15.
Oh, that beats 12. That's what I had down. So what happens is
I
you
have that sound. That's
see
gonna do
something in the room, like the lighting
I'm gonna do that
changes
for you.
drastically as something
Are you sure
moves,
about that?
blocking the light or something like that.
You
But
guys
the
hear
room's
that?
warmer
Did
than
you?
the rest of the place too. And you hear like small animal footprints, like say like goose size maybe.
You can't hide the knee. You can't hide the knee.
She does.
I don't have one pin.
And he kind of closes the door before you can see anything more.
Pin?
I said I
Start
don't have
walking
one
away
pin.
then.
Okay,
Battery
and then you
dead.
wanted to check,
I'm like, pin?
Yo.
Nick, the hall.
Yes.
Make a perception check.
That was a big looking hole.
14.
Okay. As you head down to where, like,
Penis.
the rest of the place is, from here,
Titties!
areas you hadn't been so much before, these walls, they're swords every once in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lift off the wall. They start with the feather, big old like pheasant style, or like a peacock feather, blocking around, and then it like takes up to the air and starts to fly around in front of you. What do you do?
I just keep walking.
Okay.
Is the blade pointed at me?
If you keep going, yes, it starts to point at you.
I'll try saying the password.
Oh, do it. He's as bad as Ash from.
Ignatius.
Yeah, that's right. Ignatius. I'll say that.
Before you get down the hallway. Ignatius, damn it! How'd you know what I was thinking? Okay, yes, and it goes back to the wall.
Okay. I keep going.
Okay. Occasionally, a sword will come out and try to stop him.
I'll keep saying the password, I guess.
Yep, and he'll keep going. And then he'll just go back. It's like you belong. He's Ignatius. It leaves you alone. Where do you want to go along this hallway? You got like his home quarters and the portal room.
Yes.
His home quarters. I'll take a look in there.
No.
Okay.
No.
Um,
I'm not
roll
normal.
under this number. Or pull a card under that number. Pretty good chance.
7.
Okay.
He won.
You get a new card. No, you wish. Okay, what happens is he's not there.
Okay.
So,
No, she can't win that way.
okay. Roll or pull for perception. See what you find looking around this room. It's basically described for its
Yes, I
great
know, I have
quality,
my
opulence, meditation chamber in the center. Top of bench,
12.
there's an hour. 12? Okay. This room is completely bare, save for a small stone bench along the room's south wall. Atop the bench is a hourglass built from obsidian glass and is filled with magma. The hourglass is not consistent. The time it takes to drain itself varies greatly. Goldfang are convinced to cease destruction or consider a new calling based on how it flows.
Sorry.
He states, he serves them. Now, also though, in the room, you find, what was it, 12 or 14?
12.
Okay.
If I have to, I'll discard Moxie.
Well, I can tell you.
Then I'm going to Master Detective.
Okay. Two things. You find nearby is it circles a large part of the room, is a chain that's inlaid to the walls that goes to a carving of him using it as a weapon. Swings this giant chain. Giant flaming chain, of course. Most, apparently, of them can't transfer their fire to weapons, but he can. But also, you find some weird marks here and there, like on the sides and the ceiling of this room, which are like burn prints on the walls and the ceiling, like, you know.
Kind of like a blade was.
Not so much a blade, actually. Something more like the handle of a broom. Just like pushing on it. And it burns the wall a little bit.
Okay.
Music's helping out.
A little. That's.
But it doesn't help when you don't have an answer. Dun dun! You give your answer. No.
Honestly, I could. If they look like scorch marks, are they just regular scorch marks?
They look like scorch marks.
That's it? Nothing.
Yep.
No bladed weapon added to it.
Make an intelligence check. Or do you have any? Well, if I tell you, this is gonna blow the whole thing.
I have an investigation.
No, I'm
skill.
talking like botany.
As in science?
No,
Same thing?
botany. Botany is a science, but just because you know science doesn't mean you know botany. Science is a thought process. Basically, would you have recognized these? They exist in a different material in a different way in nature.
Bill's gonna have to drive these two home.
Okay. Well, of course.
Gotta figure that.
I don't think empathy would
Nope.
do it.
So you can't identify it, but it's well, best you can go is if it's
streetwise.
feet, something's walking on the ceilings.
Why
It's
don't
on
you
fire.
hit yourself with a water bottle for?
I wasn't trying.
It looks like it's going
to
like in a
face.
path here and there, like something comes in,
In other words, it looks like literally something's.
walking across the
I was
ceiling,
literally trying to miss my
but
face.
it doesn't have feet as much as like it has
Quiet.
big handles, like as far as it makes like sticks.
Are they starting to fall asleep?
So it could be the entity.
The entity?
Yeah, because I remember him talking about an entity, fire and all.
Oh, yeah, maybe. In a way or something. So, that's what you guys find out the first night.
So
Who?
So is there nothing else of interest in here?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
So, you guys, next morning, you guys made your rolls good. Everyone slept pretty good, so.
I roll good.
You real good?
I roll good.
Okay. What do you guys do the next morning?
Is it done?
So we'll be done in a few hours.
Breakfast.
So you go have breakfast? Want to eat on the ship or off the ship?
Will you guys bring me back something? I need to watch the ship.
So you stay on the ship and everyone else goes and checks? Okay. Draw a card on your perception max. Your number is 10. Just drop a card for it. I should look at mine.
11.
God damn, these cards suck. Throw away some bad numbers. 11.
No,
Okay, just checking.
unless you get a
Just
joker.
checking. Just checking.
Just checking.
Yep,
Chicken?
checking the chicken.
Ooh, chicken sounds good.
Ooh, yeah,
Well, I
it
can
does.
warm some up, but. Yeah, chicken for dinner. Now,
I want chicken tendies.
I make big chicken tendies. They're patty sized. You just break them in half and force.
It's
We can do some later if you want. If that's what you would like. So, you guys just basically, although it seems to some of you that they explored your ship more than they should have, but they've fixed it, and you are free to go if you just want to go over and get on your ship. And the captain, also though, would you roll in your perception or pull?
11.
11. So you saw, because it was 10 was the number, you saw the captain kind of come in late. And kind of like happy, but she slept on the ship. You say anything to her? Or?
Do you know why they were exploring the entire ship?
Chances are, well, actually, there's two reasons they can do that. One, their own safety. Well, I know what we could be, but we show no weapons. It's pretty easy. I mean, then two, I think they'd be in trouble if they destroyed it. But I think they're trying to copy it. And it really doesn't say anywhere. They basically said, when crossing borders, don't start an international situation. So I let them on, but I was more worried of us falling to death if we didn't.
I was thinking the same thing. They were trying to copy it.
Yep, you're right. They were. I mean, and we can hope maybe they can't get all the details. I mean, there's a couple things on this ship. I don't know what they do. You're like, come down here. And she walks you down to like the engineering floor. It's underneath. It's next to his area. When we get the photos, which is when they go to Hussein, you got to operate a camera actually. It's intelligence. Because they need a picture of them with the symbols for the companies that they're backing, being held.
What the fuck did that just do over there?
What?
Both screens just flickered.
That was weird.
Well, stop it! What if I bump something? A lot of wires behind me.
You might have.
Okay, but it's working now, so.
Or maybe I'm just...
Did you guys just let this exchange happen?
Yes.
Okay.
How was he, by the way?
Oh, no. Here, look at this. And she shows you some collecting. She seems actually like more interested in this fact. She's like, don't be silly. I'm going to show you some collecting, some stuff. She trades, and she got a plug-in that possibly there's some,
A plug-in?
well, it's to understand that there's some possible illegal coinage been found that relates to a Russian-Chinese war. Supposedly the treasure's just gone, but they found like a few coins. I was told because he was told by Dr. Ling that they were planning to confiscate these as soon as they find them. If they found them on the... So he told me that if we find them in our travels to confiscate them and hand them over. But, better to collect them for ourselves. Why do they want them so bad? So, Captain will ask all of you guys what our little visit brought to us. What do we learn? What do we say about it?
I tell them what I found.
Okay.
In the room. Scorch marks on the ceiling that look like broom handles. The end of a broom handle. Walking on the ceiling.
The mystic guy had a flaming spider. And the portal was actually a phoenix in a jar. Well, much more fancy than that. It was like a glass cage. But to keep it down in numbers. And did you see those occasional flying swords?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they had feathers of phoenixes in them. Apparently they're working on. They call it a fire elemental. I think it's actually just a phoenix.
Hmm. Yeah, I've seen everything else. I hadn't gotten to see that yet.
Anyone else have some information for us?
I could see they were making blades and weapons. And then,
Oh, they didn't like you.
uh,
You shot one of their people. That was the only violence in the whole situation.
yeah.
It cost me a coin.
Sorry.
Yeah, you'll work it off. Don't worry about it. And not the way you wish, man.
Really?
And they were hiding something from their workshop.
Well, the best I can tell, I think they were like military moving around. As far as they're worried that they thought we were actually the enemy. They kind of like were free that that we weren't. But I knew that just poking around our ship to fix it, we get it fixed, and they would satisfy themselves. Doesn't mean they can recreate it well. Maybe its shape. And like I said, it took you down to notice like a couple things at the bottom of the ship that she doesn't recognize. She doesn't know what they do. There's some gimmicks to the ship she doesn't understand.
Shit, we probably all wouldn't even understand it, really.
And everyone draw. Target number is 17, and this is on your intelligence.
9.
Intelligence.
Oh!
16.
You made it?
Yes, I did.
4.
Well, you were on the ship. This is basically from things you guys learned about the monks as you were leaving, kind of sharing.
16 for me.
Okay, you're like one below.
Coins are +1.
No,
Plus 2.
2. She's sitting on a 4 right there. Whatever her intelligence is.
Mine is a 5.
So 9.
The other thing you get is, remember the whole thing about, you heard that there's, as in the higher number person, would be Dr. Nick, heard some of the monks talking at one time about some new students from deeper in Fusang called, they're like students of Dr. Ling's. Also, what came with it was that trade information, or actually demanded that if they see him, capture him for him. Not to let him run around free. They're not supposed to exist. He's got to destroy the person who did it.
Anything special they want us to do to him?
When you find him, you find the coins. Yeah, I guess. I've heard Dr. Ling somewhere near New Hong Kong. Maybe you guys can locate him from your skyship. He would appreciate you understanding. Where do you stand on the China taking back the province of Fusang?
I try to stay neutral as much as possible.
Well, there was a day that was workable, but nowadays it's starting to fall to we were probably going to have to split from our motherland, much the same way you Americans did from England.
Yeah, well.
We are the outskirts of the territory. But luckily, hopefully, well, like we thought, you guys might try to sneak by this side. China might, so.
Well, hopefully it won't come to blows. If it does, we'll see where we're at with that.
Okay.
You guys have treated us well.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. And, see. Okay, you guys got away fine. You didn't cause, well, you shot someone.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to give 1 moxie to the 3 of you down there. Yeah, just draw a card. You can add that to your moxie pile. Because of basically, for international diplomacy. Oh.
That way it's not hitting hard enough for you?
I turned it down.
I remember, yeah. Oh, it still was good. So, what time we got? Want to do a breakdown? before we start?
8:48, yeah.
You guys are taking the ship over. I can show you, so then we can take it from there. I'm gonna do this in red later.
How the fuck am I gonna do their characters?
I'll help on it for now. Then we're gonna go over here to a place known as New Hong Kong, which is kind of like the San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles area. Islands and bridges and stuff. Not too different from Hong Kong anyways.
Quiet.
So, we're taking a break, everyone. You can listen to us make characters for the Halloween